Welcome back to In the Art Lab, episode 16. In this episode, we're going to talk about Photo 2 and their altered image project. They focused on fantasy themes during this project. So we have studios in this classroom. There's 4 different ones, and that was kind of determined by a slightly different version of a Myers-Briggs personality test at the beginning of the semester. And they each came up with a name for their studio, and they compete for fame points, and they can earn fame points on their own and that sort of thing. But I also used it for the Photo 2 projects, whereas every group has a different topic within fantasy, and then within each studio, a student can pick a subtopic of that chosen fantasy theme. So we focused on dreams, surrealism, science fiction, and mythology. And then each of them explored a new altered image technique. So tinting, add to, cut up, and image transfer. They did a really great job exploring things. I'm really impressed with the creativity that's come out of doing Photo 2 this semester. In the past, it's like, okay, we're all going to do the cut up project, and here's no direction at all. And some students thrive in that area, but a lot of times students do well with a little bit of direction. I know that might come as a hard to believe there, but it's really worked, and it's been a lot of fun coming up with different themes to explore and that sort of thing. So please take a look at what they have to say about their own projects. And as always, thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate you listening to a whole bunch of high school students talk about their artwork along their journey of growing and becoming their own person and artists themselves. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
This was my original image. This was my practice image. And this was my final image. What I did to create this piece of art was I cut out an image of a sea turtle, and I did a technique that makes the subject look 3D. I made the background image plastic bags, and I drew some oceanic features to symbolize the pollution in the ocean. This art was supposed to create the idea of a turtle swimming in pollution. Thank you, and remember, try to avoid plastic bags and never.
The process that I used to create this image was I found a picture on the internet of Maui using his rope to pull the sun into rotation to create longer daylight hours for the Hawaiian natives, that for their crops they needed longer daylight hours, and that was one of the stories that were told throughout Polynesian communities. And then I put the picture that I took of the sun. I cut little triangles that represented the mountains in Hawaii, and that is how I created my altered image project.
Okay, so this is my practice project, and I took 2 pictures and cut them into strips, and then I alternated gluing each one next to each other on one piece of paper. I did the same thing with this picture, but I printed it in color on cardstock and then again glued it side by side.
So this is my original image. This is my practice image. This is my final image.